Hey everyone, Drake back here again, aka Music Fan 108. And like I said a few days ago, is that I'm gonna do, in my opinion, what is the top 10 worst Kiss songs to me. And you know, Kiss is my favorite band of all time, as y'all would know that already. But they do have some horrible, horrible songs that are very bad, not good. Nothing else to say. They're just shit songs, horrible songs, and all these songs I've never liked. So this is my top 10 list. This is my top 10 list, not yours. It's my opinion. These are what I feel are the worst 10 worst Kiss songs, the top 10. You know, if you want to put your list in the comments below, feel free to. And like I said, this is my opinion only. It's not yours. If one of these songs on my list are a favorite song of yours or a song that you do like, I'm sorry. But like I said, it's my opinion. These are the 10 worst Kiss songs to me. So let's start at number 10. The number 10 worst Kiss song to me is Murder in High Heels off Animalize. I never liked this song. I just don't, never grabbed me, never did anything for me. And plus Animalize, as you all know, was when Gene Simmons pretty much started to focus more on Hollywood and acting and movie roles. Like, he wasn't committed and focused on writing songs in the studio, being there in the studio every day, and pretty much left all the work to Paul Stanley on, Animalize, you know. And Murder in High Heels, in my opinion, is the worst Gene song off Animalize. And there's two Gene songs I really like on Animalize. That's Burn Bitch Burn and While the City Sleeps. A lot of people don't like that one, but I like that one a lot. And Murder in High Heels, it's not one of Gene's best. Never liked this song. And the lyrics, I don't know, don't really make sense to me. Like, it's just a meh shit song. It should have stayed in the vaults. It should have just been a demo. I can't believe it made it to Animalize. But yeah, Murder in High Heels is my number 10. Horrible song, in my opinion. And now my number 9 worst Kiss song is Never Enough off Sonic Boom. That's, like, once again, I never liked that song. Just, I don't know. I remember when Sonic Boom came out, I was 9 years old. I was 9 years old, and it was the first Kiss studio album in 11 years since Psycho Circus. And I remember when it came out, I was excited for it. And I remember my dad bought it for me at Walmart. And then when he came to pick me up, he gave it to me, and he gave me Sonic Boom. And I remember playing it. I remember when I first listened to it, I was like, wow, this is good. Like, when Modern Day Delilah came on, I was like, this is a good song. Classic Kiss and Russian Roulette. Good. Gene, good Gene song. And when this came on, I was like, huh, weird. Sorry, drinking some water. But yeah, Never Enough. Just when I first heard it, I don't know, it just never did nothing for me. The verses, the melody of the verses it's kind of annoying to me. The chorus is whatever. And it's a rip-off too of, kind of a rip-off of Poison's Nothing But a Good Time. And I hate Poison. I never liked Poison. I hated that song. So, some have said it's a rip-off of that or kind of a copy of it. But yeah, a shit song, ripping off another shit song, not a good sign to me. But yeah, Never Enough off Sonic Boom, not my number 9. Don't like it at all. One of Paul's worst songs, in my opinion. And my number 8 worst Kiss song is Let's Put the X in Sex from Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits compilation 1988, sorry, not 98. It was one of the 2 new tracks on that compilation. And this song is horrible. It's annoying. It's like them trying to be Bon Jovi. It's like an attempt to write a Bon Jovi song, It's so and this was 88, and Bon Jovi was huge at the time. So I don't know, like, that era of Kiss, like between that and between Crazy Nights to Hot in the Shade, and right there, like they shouldn't have written some of those freaking songs. It's crazy. It's funny looking back at some of those songs. That's Let's Put the X in Sex is one of them. Like, they should have just stayed in the hard rock, heavy metal route that they were on years before and in the 70s, you know? They keep going, but they just had to write that song. Let's Put the X in Sex. Horrible song. And that video too of it's pretty cheesy in my opinion. And even Paul talked about that video in his book too. Like the video, he thinks the song's horrible now, and he said the video. He said the women in the video were horrible. Like they had no ass, no tits, and he said they all looked like they were waiting in line for a sandwich. Like they didn't look like the right women for a video like that. He said that in his book, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, Let's Put the X in Sex is my number 8. Horrible song, hate it. And my number 7 is Cadillac Dreams off Hot in the Shade. Horrible song. Another Gene song, like totally uninspired Gene song. I feel like he's like singing about money in the song. He loves money. That's one of the lines. Cadillac Dreams, horrible. Not one of Gene's best moments. Horrible song to me. On that Hot in the Shade, that whole filler album with 50 songs on it. I know there's not 50 songs, but it feels like that of how long it is. 15 songs. But yeah, Cadillac Dreams, horrible in my opinion. That's my number 7. And my number 6 is My Way off Crazy Nights. Another horrible song that Paul sings. Like it's one of Paul's highest vocal performances ever in a song. I don't know if it is the highest, but it's one of his, you know. And then even that, it's got that 80s production on it, the 80s pop rock production, you know. It's so, I don't know, horrible song, never liked it. That's my number 6, is My Way. Horrible song. And my number 5, now we're into my top 5. My number 5 is You're All That I Want off Unmasked. Horrible song. Gene sings it, and it ends unmasked. It's the last song of that album. Horrible way to close that album, and a horrible song. Like, just annoys that chorus. Just doesn't do anything for me. That whole song, the lyrics, not a good Gene song at all. It's even worse than She's So European in my opinion. And that too is a weird Gene song. But yeah, You're All That I Want, horrible. Why did they even put that on Unmasked? And the thing about Unmasked to me is that's the first bad Kiss album, I felt, because I love all the 70s albums. Yes, even Dynasty, even though that's when they started going a little poppier, and then the disco with I Was Made for Loving You. I love Dynasty. And then Unmasked, big downgrade for me. Horrible album. I mean, I'll talk more about Unmasked in a future video. But yeah, Unmasked was the first bad Kiss album, in my opinion. You're All That I Want. It's not a good highlight. Not a good moment at all for that album. But yeah, You're All That I Want. Horrible. That's my number 5. And number 4 is I Finally Found My Way off Psycho Circus. This has got to be the worst freaking... Actually, no, I take that back. It's the second worst. But it's the second worst Kiss ballad ever written. And plus, it's the worst song that Peter Criss ever sang in Kiss, of course, because he sings it. But the thing is, Peter didn't even write that song. It was Bob Ezrin and Paul Stanley. Both of them wrote that piece of shit song for Psycho Circus. And then, you know, Psycho Circus, as we all know now, well, if you're a Kiss nerd, you know that it wasn't a reunion album. Ace and Peter didn't even play on any of the tracks. They're all on Into the Void. That's the only song the four of them on. And then Ace is on You Wanted the Best, and The Sun in Your Face, which was a Japanese bonus track. But other than that, they're not on any of the songs. And then I don't know why the hell they gave this song to Peter for Psycho Circus, another shitty wimpy ballad, you know. Why didn't they give Peter a rockin' tune like Nothing to Lose or Strange Ways or a Mainline or a Getaway, a Dirty Livin', you know, like a rockin' tune like that, a Baby Driver. Like Peter Criss has so many great rockin' tunes that he sang, you know, and he's got a his voice works well for those rockin' tunes. But then I Finally Found My Way. That's how you showcase Peter Criss on Psycho Circus. Come on, man. That's my number 4. Fuck that song. That song horrible. And my number 3 is the worst ballad Kiss ever has. And that's Nothing Can Keep Me From You. That's my number 3. Because that's why I said I Finally Found My Way was the second worst. Nothing Can Keep Me From You from the Detroit Rock City soundtrack in 1999. Great movie, by the way. Classic movie. Love that movie. If you haven't seen Detroit Rock City, check it out. Great movie. But this song written for the movie, my God, it's a blatant attempt to rewrite "I Don't Want to Miss a Thing" by Aerosmith, because they had that as a hit with for the Armageddon soundtrack the year before. So Paul Stanley probably thought, "Whoa, it's What's Right One? We can have a hit too." And she probably contacted Diane Warren and say, "Let's write a song. Let's write another I Don't Want to Miss a Thing." And it was Nothing Can Keep Me From You. And horrible song. The worst Kiss ballad ever in existence, in my opinion. And the thing is, this song, they never played live. It's buried on compilations, like it's on the Kiss box set, it's on Kiss 40. Yeah, it's on those, but you don't even hear them talk about this song, because maybe now they're ashamed of it. But yeah, Nothing Can Keep Me From You. Horrible song. Fuck God, Paul should be ashamed for writing that song. And my number 2 worst Kiss song is Bang Bang You off Crazy Nights. What a horrible, horrible, horrible shit song. And it freaking makes me like wonder why the heck did they play this live on the Crazy Nights tour? Like, this was 4 or 5 songs they played live. This was one of them for the tour. Why the frick did they play this song live? Why didn't they play I'll Fight Hell to Hold You live? Or fucking Turn on the Night or Thief in the Night? A song like that. Why did they pick this piece of shit to play? My God. Bang Bang You. The lyrics are cheesy. The lyrics are freaking horrible. The chorus is annoying. Especially, it's shitty how they reference one of the greatest Kiss songs in the chorus, Love Gun. Bang Bang You. Horrible song. What the fuck was Paul thinking? But now we're at number 1. The worst Kiss song ever. I bet you Paul should be the most ashamed of writing this song, which is my number 1. My number 1 worst Kiss song is Read My Body off Hot in the Shade. What a horrible, horrible, horrible song. It's such a... like, it's pretty much a rip off of Def Leppard's Pour Some Sugar on Me. I hate that song too. That's one of the worst songs ever. And every time I hear that song on classic rock radio, I always turn it off. And fuck that song. Yeah, this song's like it. Like, this is the worst Kiss song ever, in my opinion. Read My Body. And it's on the worst Kiss album too, Hot in the Shade. Also my opinion. But yeah, Read My Body. It's a rip-off of Pour Some Sugar on Me. It's so freaking dumb. It's so cheesy. Ugh. Why does that song... how did that song make it to that album? You know, there's so many other good Kiss songs that were demos and they're in the vaults, that were unreleased tracks that are so much better than Read My Body, Bang Bang You, like songs like those. Yet those songs made the albums. It's crazy. You know, a good song on Hot in the Shade that should have freaking replaced Read My Body was Street Legal. That's a song that Gene demoed for that album. You can, if you search it up on YouTube, I'm sure you can hear it. That's a good song, I think. That's a good song. When I first heard it, I was like, how the hell why didn't this make the album? Yeah, Cadillac Dreams made the album. I thought Street Legal was a great song, but that didn't make the album, and yet Read My Body did, and Cadillac Dreams. Like I said, go on YouTube, type in Kiss Street Legal. I think it's a great song. And yeah, check it out, give it a listen. But yeah, that didn't make the album, yet Read My Body did. Even a song like Eyes of Love from Eric Carr's Rockology album, that didn't make Hot in the Shade. My God. But yeah, those are my top 10 worst Kiss songs. I'll read them off again. My number 10 is Murder in High Heels. My number 9 is Never Enough. My number 8 is Let's Put the X in Sex. My number 7 is Cadillac Dreams. My number 6 is My Way. My number 5 is You're All That I Want. My number 4 is I Finally Found My Way. My number 3 is Nothing Can Keep Me From You. And my number 2 is Bang Bang You. And my number 1 is Read My Body. Those are the 10 worst Kiss songs in my opinion. And like I said, if you love one of these songs or some of them, I'm sorry. This is just my opinion, like I said. But yeah, like I said, you can put your worst Kiss songs in the comments below if you want, but this was my list. This is what I think the 10 worst Kiss songs are. And I want to thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a good evening and a good night. God bless. Take care and rock on. Bye.